I think one thing, I think all phases obviously, but I think one thing in special teams, we have to be more consistent in our special teams and our punting especially. We really, I think that's one of those kind of silent yardage things. This guy from Idaho, the guy from Louisiana Tech, they're getting 15, 60-yard punts, and we're getting 30-yard punts. Well, that's 3 first downs, and those first downs are hard to come by. So that's an area we've got to improve in. I think, offensively, I think the one thing I'm looking forward to is seeing these other quarterbacks. We redshirted 2 this year, and with Tucker and with Zach, and I think 2 are very talented young men. I'm anxious to see them, and obviously I think, of course, with the quarterback situation much improved last year. We're not going to hold anybody out of spring practice, but I think give those 2 some more opportunities. I think it's important for us to get a chance to do that. We've got to continue to really get some young offensive linemen ready. That's an area that's very thin for us, and we've got to get some young guys ready to play there. I think defensively, again, just overall, we got a lot of players back on defense. Players that have played, and again, I think the corner position is one we've got to improve. We got some guys that are there, that are good, talented guys, but that's got to improve for us. And overall, just the basics things. We're going to work a lot on tackling, on fundamentals, and as a team, we'll compete and be smart in the spring. We're not even going to be smart is not having, full of crazy injuries, guys just doing and cheap shots or anything like that. We want to be aggressive, we want to compete, but we want to also be smart. But I'll tell you what, it's been unbelievable. I tell you, the guys. And I'll tell you, in the weight room, we've had one guy that's missed in the weight room that had to take actions, so to speak, and I call them reminders. But guys don't miss. For one, you look at the entire of our team. David Glasgow, I don't have I wish I could have his numbers in front of me. His weight, his body fat, he's gained like 15 pounds. He's lost 7 points of body fat, improved his 40 time. But the thing being, those guys see that and they know that's like, boy, this stuff's good for me, And once kids are pretty smart. They're not dumb sometimes like we want to think that they are. They know when things are helping them. That's going to be huge. They don't miss. They don't miss, and I think that's something different. It's like first when we start, it's like, well, they're going to be here today. They're going to be on time. Who's going to miss? And what type of lame excuse are they going to have for missing? And all those type of things. That doesn't happen right now. Well, there may be some possibilities there. We really haven't made decisions yet, or the medical staff hadn't made full decisions yet. But, again, I think the thing we've got to be smart. The thing you have in spring practice, and that's the big thing NCAA kind of talks about. Is like, you play New Mexico, and they get the guys banged up, and we get some guys banged up, and now we're playing each other.
Yeah.
So we're both on both sides of the ball. It's all us. So that's why I think we have to be smart. So I think, of course, we've had a little kind of a revolving door, some of those guys, and all conscious. And by the way, he really looks good. I just talked to him a little bit ago. Man, he looks good. He's trimmed down and having a great off season. But I think he's one, of course. And then I really like Glasgow. Glasgow told me, he said, "Coach, I'll be your starter here." That's kind of we had a mix of guys, and he said, "I'll be your starter here." And I said, well, I don't care who the starter is. I'm the best guy to be the starter. And, Brandon Armstrong, I think those guys. Plus, we signed 2. I really like the 2 we signed. And so, I think that's one that you'd like to see somebody just really step up. Huge improvement. And you know what? He hadn't played before. A lot of people didn't realize that, he'd been at another school, but he hadn't played.
Right.
Been here in redshirted. But I think he had, for us, a good year, first year. But, boy, last year, you're right. He was just a phenom last year. And we lost 4 games last year, and two and a half of those games he was out. Now, was that the difference? No, I think those teams were better than us last year, and I don't know if it won those games or not. But again, I think it makes a huge difference with him in the lineup, just the confidence of everybody else. We talked about, hey, bringing the quarterback out of red shirt, and said, no, we're not going to do that. Let's go ahead and red shirt those guys. And again, back to one of my original premises here, I'm not here for a quick fix. I want to see those guys and build it. And it's a situation that we want to kind of help them grow. And they wanted a red shirt. They knew it was best for them.
Sure.
And right, I think it is an open battle. And again, even though, of course, Tucker's a younger player, I think, to be fair, I think really impressed with Zach's a younger player. Really impressed with Tucker. Tucker's got, I think, some NFL credentials actually. Now, he doesn't run as well as Eric does, but I think he's one that can really, guys really believe in him, because he can get the football out of his arms and out of his hand and get it in right people's hands. And he's done a good job. And I certainly think Conk can do the same thing. Conk is, he's 6'6" and 225 pounds right now, and he's just a man. Plus, coaching family and all that. And I think I think both those guys have some real potential. I've talked about that. I think that's a good point, because Cam Jones he's a leader for us. He's a playmaker, and the point you had is right, because we do have more guys. And as you know, if you're as the head coach, you don't care who scores touchdown,
just get the touchdown.
It's done. But no, I think you're right. Cam Jones needs to, because of his leadership ability, his toughness, and all those things. He's I don't know if you know who Victor Rodriguez is or not, but Victor was a gentleman that actually turned me on to Cam Jones, and. Well, what a great sign he was for us. I think Cam actually committed to Virginia at the time to start recruiting him. But point being is, you're exactly right, and I've talked to Cam about it. Coach Brown and I have, and I think the thing that kind of always happens, if you're doing your job and doing your work ethic and we're practicing things, quarterbacks will kind of find you,
Yeah.
And but I think too with Cam, I think some of the runs you have, some of the wildcat stuff, and all those things. I think those are things we got to get him touches. We need to get him touches. I think the thing too, players like Cam, we had it in Miami too, and most places have that way. The guys get those touches earlier in the game, they're kind of into it. But if you go through quite a bit of the game, you really hadn't got the touches. Sometimes mentally you take. It's not a conscious thing, but mentally you take yourself out of it, and certainly we don't want Cam to do that. I think they have that potential to improve and get better, and there's no doubt about it. Of course, we made a coaching change also, which I think is going to help us from this standpoint. And I say that, I think Coach has done a nice job from the standpoint. He got his old high school, that's where he is now, what he wanted to do, so that's a good thing for him. But again, you do everything to get to improve and get better. You recruit better, you try to hire better coaches. I will surround our guys with the best we can surround them with. But I think that's got to be an area improved. I think now the style of play that you see now, it's you better have your secondary better be able to tackle, and you better be able to cover some people. And I don't think our footwork was good last year. I don't think that we played the ball well last year, and I think we tackled okay. But there are things we've got to get better on in that area. If we don't, it's going to be a tough year for our defense, because some of those other guys won't be involved that much, And I think these guys have got a chance to be pretty good. The thing you'd like to have is more veteran. Offensive lineman, because that's a hard place to play. If a guy can run fast and catch a ball, that's one thing, but to be a 300-plus pounder and have to block all the move, the games and stunts and all those type of things, that's not an easy job. But you named our guys, and Zach Hesser's one. Zach's extremely smart, and Zach was was us in Stanford for Zach, and he decided to go to the most prestigious academic school, which is UTSA.
UTSA, yes.
Right. You quote that.
Yes, sir.
You know what? I don't know that. I think we have some that the NFL scouts will have to look at. And we'll have a pro day here. We've already contacted. Coach Eliano's our NFL liaison, and we'll have a pro day. We had one last year, and I had one guy, I think, that actually ran. No, two. I guess we had. But no, this year we'll have a pro day, and I want to give those guys every opportunity to showcase themselves, and what a huge deal that would be. Obviously, I coached Teddy into
Teddy Williams
into speed in the NFL.